to catch up. Why? It's the end of the world and we know it. It's the end of the world and we know it. It's the end of the world and we know it. And I feel fine. It's the end of the world and we know it. It's the end of the world and we know it. It's the end of the world and we know it, but I feel fine. And you know why? Because I'm in the pickle jar. Pickle jar. All my friends both near and far. Why, you're all welcome in the pickle jar. Just come as you are to the pickle jar. Although today you might need a bathing suit, because today of all days, the Maldives, we're here. We're on the lovely beach. Oh my gosh, computers are going crazy. Computers always go crazy when we're here. All right, happy Monday, everyone. Don't let it all get you down. I know it's a lot. It's a lot going on right now. Me. It's not all bad. It's not all panic and chaos. Some of it's pretty good. You just got to look beneath the headlines. My advice to you is turn it all off and hang out on Twitch. Hang out with me, the Pickle Lady. I got some big news. Big news. Okay, now, tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, you can join in and check out Pickle Lady and Uncle Spooky and our Terror Talk ongoing series where we discuss horror movies, we talk about great shots, ideas, theories, life, answer viewers' questions, engage them all. You won't recognize me, well, maybe a little. We'll see. It's crazy. It's fun. We did a test run about a Friday night. Oh my God, it was 2 a.m. If any of you out there caught it, my microphone was, I didn't have all the settings right. It was hilarious. It was fun. We kept getting viewers. They kept stopping in like, what is going on? It was that much fun. So check it out, 11 p.m. I'll be sure to throw it on the About channel. And, I just am determined to spread hilarity, light, goodness, joy into the world. I'm committed to doing this. Whether you like it or not. Well, hopefully you like it. It's just, sometimes it feels right now that the cheaters and the darkness starting to get a grip. It's probably going to get a little rougher. Just hang in there. Come to the pickle jar. We'll make you laugh. We'll send you some goodness, some light. All will be well on the beach. I'd be wearing a bathing suit right now, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow. You know, let's put this out there. Anybody who throws some bits out there today, I'll put on a suit tomorrow. Under my clothing. No. I'm not sure you want to see that. I'll have to definitely adjust the white balance. But I'll wear it, and I got a Speedo. I'll put it on. Throw me the bits. I'll show you my Speedo. You thought I was going to say it, didn't you? I didn't say it. Oh, hey, Fox is in the house. Actually, Fox has got a Hey, Foxy, how you doing today? Oh, I'm hanging in there, Fox. It's not easy. But I had a great swim this morning after chiropractic. Got to swim next to a lovely, lovely, beautiful farm, young muscular man. The lane right next to me, it was lovely. Actually, I'm being terrible. I don't know his name, but we've chatted a few times, and he's training to get into special forces or rangers or something. So he's got all these little things he's got to do, and he's determined he's going to do it, and I'm proud of him. And it's good to see. So I'd like to think I'm encouraging him and challenging him in swimming, but he's half my age, and yeah. But I keep it going. He makes me work out harder. I'm such a sea biscuit. I can't let anyone beat me. And they all beat me. But I can swim for a long time. I got really big lungs and a big heart. That's one of the things I got from my dad and my grandmother. We big hearts. I can just... Not fast. Nothing fast about me except maybe my brain and my wit, but that's it. Oh. Everyone, Fox has started her second semester of college. Yeah! She made it! So proud of you. You made it to your second semester. Oh. How's it feel? I mean, you made it. You made it through the first, right? Didn't kill you. Felt like it, but it didn't kill you. How's it going? Are you going to make it? You're going to do it? You can do it. You got this. I bet you're going to be even faster this semester. That's what happens. You just your productivity starts going. You get the kind of hang of it. And you're like, well, this isn't so hard. And the next year, you really feel good. And then you start your main classes. And then it just... But you got this. If you can get through the first semester, you can get through the last. It's easy. It gets hard. The first semester is really terrible. It's terrible. The first year is really rough. You can get through that first year, you can make it. You can do it. You're stressed and anxious, but that's your usual state of being. Yes, well, you're excited. If you're anxious, you're excited. Yeah. It's easier not to go, but if you go, good things will happen. See, isn't that amazing? I'm so proud of you, Fox. I'm just so happy for you. Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny, when you get older, Fox, you start noticing you avoid situations like that where you're uncomfortable and you're worried and you want to be in control, and it's life. You're never in control. My advice is my only advice. That may be so bold. Do your best to enjoy it. Do your best. Even when the class is boring and miserable, do your best to enjoy it. Find something to learn that day from the class, Find inspiration from the people you engage with as good characters for your stories, or, sit there like, God, I'm in college, man. I'm doing it. I'm making my life mine. That's my advice. And don't forget to breathe. And when you get anxious, focus on your breathing. Get the stress out of your shoulders. Focus. And sometimes you need that little thing that makes you feel better. I don't know. For me, it's sushi. Water. Or maybe you need that little, I don't know, couple jelly beans or something, go for it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying new schedules, hopefully to keep up with college projects and my personal projects. Yeah. You can't do your personal stuff all the time. It's okay. You had a lot of fun during the first semester, says Fox, but it was nuts. Yeah. First one's the harder one because it's all just, what? You get used to the fire hydrant and becomes a lot smaller, and you get a little bit better at taking in the information. You'll get there. Proud of you. Yeah. My first semester at Cal Arts. I'd already been to college, so I kind of had an inkling of what I was in for. And it was registration day, and I'm in line, and the guy behind me is in line behind me. I got my paperwork, and naked. Head to toe, naked. And I turn around, and I realize this guy's naked with a fanny pack. I mean, so fashion faux pas. I look around, and I look back, and that can't be right. I mean, I know I'm in art school, but that can't be right. So I look back again, and I catch eyes, and he says something like, I don't remember. It's the 90s, so he just kind of looks at me, and I said, Don't get too close. don't get that thing too close. And eventually they came out, and they asked him. They provided a pair of shorts and asked him to put them on. And for me, I grew up in Europe, so I'm like, whatever. That's it. But there are a lot of parents who were not amused. Yeah, it was disappointing too. It wasn't even a good enough nakedness to really remember. I remember being a little disappointed, like, it's like a buffet. When you go order salad, you walk past the buffet and you always take a look. I was like, not bad. Not interested. Ooh, Fox is talking and I am not responding. It's coffee kicking in. This is what happens. I'm all high from swimming. I got my swimmer's high on. La, 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 la. I also have my first in-person class this semester. So that's going to be interesting. Ooh, that's right. I keep forgetting times are a little different right now. How many people are in the class? Okay, I got a couple quick questions, and then we'll get to art. I got to chit-chat with Fox. So hang on, everyone. Okay, Fox, first question. When you're in your class virtually, can you see the other students, or is it just the professor? Number 2, how many students are going to be in this class, this in-person class? And number 3, I'll wait for you to respond. And until then, look at me. I got sweaty around. I'm all pretty. Oh, one more. Got my earrings in. First time in I don't know, 10 years. I gave up my hair. I grew my hair out for the cancer wig makers. They make wigs out of your hair and then they give it to cancer survivors. I grew that out. It took forever. Oh, God. And then I also was playing with the length here. I had it longer. And I would come home with one earring in, or it would just take an earring and throw it. I couldn't keep my earrings in my ear, and I just gave up. I have a collection of one earring, I even put the little plastic back on the ear, and nothing stops it. So I just gave up. But now with my hair a lot shorter, I thought, let's get back to the earrings. Maybe we can try it, start a new fashion, different earrings. And I had to, take the needle, stick it through. Oh, that was gruesome. And just goes to show, when you have quality jewelry, like silver or stainless steel, it's great. And I was wearing them. And then I was visiting friends. I had little cute candy cane jewelry on. It's the new year. And that really irritated the ears. So. But now these are gone. I got them back. I'd forgotten how painful the little ears can be. This one's crooked. This one got... long story. Let's not go there. It's for another night. Oh, Fox. Tuesday night, 11 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow night, 11 p.m. I will be pickled out and hanging out with Uncle Spooky. Check it out. Talking horror. We can see both. Oh, okay. This is regarding the questions I asked her about virtual college. Okay. If we want to see the teacher and just the teacher, or sometimes we make it where you have students on too. Depends on the teacher, depends on the class. Okay. For the in-person class, we're having 2 rotating groups. Half the class will be in person and the other half will be on Zoom. Okay. I think my biggest class was when I took biology. Oh, God. That was a tough class. That was tough for me. We had 300 people in the class, and the professor would come in, open the book, and read the chapter to us. That was the class. Sitting there with 300 people listening to the book being read aloud for an hour, and then he'd close the book, and then we'd all leave. And then I studied my ass off, tried desperately to get a good grade in class. That was the first science class I'd had. I missed out, got sick real bad. Anyway, okay, so tomorrow night, Fox, be there. 11 p.m. It's young time. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Pickle Lady all decked out. Uncle Spooky. We did it Friday night. We had 5 people watching and laughing. Hey! Toey's launching emotes. Dun, 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 dun. Look at Toey. Welcome, Toey. Come on in. Oh, did you subscribe? Oh, you're too awesome. You are too awesome for words. You are too amazing. I'm trying to... Yo! Hey, Pepper Garden in the house. Oh, and you have a founder's badge. Yes, and just so the viewers know, I've been trying to create emotes and little badges, and I'm very limited because I've only been on the air since we're coming up maybe a year. So, all right. Fox is going to pop in and pop out. Fox is getting busy. Second semester of college, gang. And hello, Gary. You're here. You missed the spooky... No, it's not. Wasn't the debut show. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Tilly. We just did a practice run Friday night. I think we're going to do it tonight. We don't have anything ready. I mean, we're still trying to... tomorrow night. Coffee. Tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Tuesdays, 11 p.m. Tuesdays, 11 p.m. We're not even sure the name of the show, but it'll be hilarious. It'll be... We did it Friday night. Oh, God, we started around 1. He's like, come on, let's just do it. And I said, all right. We just jumped on, and my microphone was real quiet, and his was blowing out, and 5 people were watching. And it'll be on my channel. It'll be right here in the Pickle Brine. I was thinking about maybe doing something like at night we go dive deep into the brine. And maybe it's not quite family friendly, but it is. Spooky and I both like to kind of keep it PG. Sometimes, you get talking and a curse word will slip out. We try to kind of hamper that. But we both love horror. And, I love film, but I'm writing horror. And ever since I started hanging out with Uncle Spooky, I've learned more and more and more about it. And I'm researching it, so why not? And he makes me laugh. It's hilarious. And it's really fun humor. It's not mean or, it's really fun. And so he's a hoot. You'll love him. And if you miss it, which I hope you don't, but if you miss it, you can't stay up that late, the video will be up. Hey, look, Sam's in the house. Hi, Sam. Editor extraordinaire. We're just chatting right now. I was going, Pepper Gardens here, another subscriber. Thank you very much. Expect the hot news, fresh off the vine, coming to you soon, Gary. You're coming and going today. Currently helping my friend put the cap back on this pickup truck. Oh, you're so kind. And then Talking Toey has got to get chocolate zucchini cake out of the oven. I'm not sure what to think about that, but I'd be willing to try. I'll take it. Ooh, I did a good swim today, Gary. Really good workout. Just shoulders are kind of funky. Couldn't quite, like the deltoids weren't quite working, so I think I'm going to do weights tomorrow. That always kind of puts everything back into place. Yeah, Uncle Spooky tomorrow night, 11 o'clock p.m. On Friday night, we did a test run, and I didn't go to bed till 3:30. We were just blah 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 blah. He's hilarious. He openly admits to me he's got like attention deficit disorder. So our conversations go all the way around, and he said his theory on the show is I'm supposed to rein it back in and keep the conversation on check. Because that's my strength. And my concept of the show is, well, you know what? No matter what happens, let's just make it entertaining. That's our show. Gary says, well, he helped. Oh, nice. Your friend helped him move the junk out of his house yesterday. You should be fine. You're younger than me. I noticed, I'm fine. I'll be all right. Part of working out is you're always tired, but it's a good tired. I noticed, Gary, I like the swimming because it really stretches everything out, but the weights kind of help keep everything held together. That makes sense. Keeps the frame all aligned. And I just don't like to lift weights the day I get adjusted at the chiropractor. I don't think that kind of, I'd rather stretch out. And so I really wish we had a really good Pilates studio near me. I'd put the money out. I want to try one of those machines, we get really stretched and it gets all in the joint. I think that's what I need. And the other thing, Gary, I've been doing, is I can find his. I'll put his channel up for you. He is this really neat chiropractor. He's online. I don't know if he's any good, but some of the tidbits, he says if you want to release your knees or if you want to take the strain off your lower back, try these and do these exercises. And I've done them, and it seems to be really helping. And the other thing I did last night was, you know how a butter knife, the handle is a little curved? Okay, you take that, you're in shorts, and you're naked. You're in shorts, and you get, you put a lot of oil on your knees so you don't catch your hair, and you basically use that curved handle to run down toward the knee and really almost tenderize those muscles. Like get in there. It's only 30 seconds, and then you do it the other way, and then you use the handle and kind of work around the knees. I've noticed that has helped so much. It's like your own personal massage just to loosen up the knees. I wish this COVID thing would get over. I need to get to my massage therapist. Anyway, he's amazing. I'm going to put him on the... I've continually thanked him. I'll make sure to put it on the chat if anyone's out there. Just somebody I found on YouTube. Seems to work for me. I do not guarantee him. I'm not going to say he's 100%. But nothing wrong with looking at a different opinion. Finding something that works for you. The Spine Care Center. This is the one. It's funny. You can tell the videos that he's doing now, 'cause sometimes he doesn't have a haircut. Here you go. Just put it in chat. You know, even if you can only find one or two things that kind of work for you, or if it just takes a little bit of stress out of your life, isn't that all what we need? Just like a touch. This is for you, Sam. And one of my favorites is how he has you decompress your neck. Oh, it's fantastic. All the things I wish my chiropractor did here, but he doesn't. So check that out, you guys, if you're looking for that. And now that I've talked all over the place, let's get to drawing. Let's draw. How you doing, Sam? How you doing today? All right, here we go. I think we lost Sam. Sounds like a line from a movie. I think we lost Sam. Sam, come in, Sam. Light touch. Yeah, it's amazing. Hey, Joey's back. I think a lot of chiropractic is, yes, getting the frame structured, but I think a lot of it is getting the body right, getting the muscles to work for you and to help. And not every chiropractor will do that. I don't know if they got burnt out telling people what to do and people never did it, or they just... I am adamant about that. All right, say goodbye to our lovely scene. Oh, God, I want to go snorkeling so bad. Let's go snorkeling. Hey, everybody, let's skip out of work and let's go snorkeling. How's your zucchini chocolate cake, Toby? Let's get this party started. Ha! Oh, okay, before I get going, then we're going to get going on cartooning today. You need to check out Evil. No, not in life. The show on Netflix called Evil. It is really fun. I've only seen episode 1, and I was cleaning and organizing the little pickle jar here, getting life in order. It is fabulous. The way they portray demons. Fun. When it ended, I said aloud, I want to write for the show. Oh, Gary says, that'll be the name of my character in Travis's next book, Sam. Then you will kill me and people will say, I think we lost Sam. Looks like it turned out pretty. I didn't draw it today. I should have. Oh, yes, I just cranked this out. I don't know. Let's talk cartooning. All right. Oh, yeah, classes start this week. I mean, yay! I get to teach children. Yay. I got killed both times. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. God, I wrote a horror movie, Gary. This one, not so much, but the one before, everybody died. Gruesome. They all got turned. Oh, Pepper Garden's lurking. He's back to fixing the truck. You used to go, I know what you mean, a felon Christ therapist. I do both. I'm not going to look up the words right now, and I'm not going to pontificate. I do the guy, he has the pounding machine that does it that way. It's like going to the auto shop. You know, he doesn't offer any kind of muscle help direction. It's just throw you back in, push you out the door. And I've done the one where they crack you, and I like that one because, well, he's closer, but he puts you on the electrodes for a while, so you really get loosened up, and then you adjust to. I really like healers. I prefer healers, and those are tough to find. He put me on left, gave me an oil check, lubed me. New coat of paint, $19.95. Drawing, cartooning. So I was thinking about this because I have to teach this to little kids. I have kids, and I say kids. My youngest right now is 9. I'm teaching her film. Yeah. And my oldest is 17. So I teach them all the same way. Yeah. You got a new spark plug. I teach them the same, except with the 9-year-old, I'm not going to show her R-rated movies. So we'll talk using probably a lot of Disney and Pixar, Warner Brothers. But it's all the same. But one of them I'm going to teach is cartooning. So I thought I'd talk about that a little bit today since we're here. I'm shimmying, Sam. Every time I make a left turn. Okay. What I love about cartooning. Okay, for me, cartooning, we were chatting on the show in December, and I'd made cookies for Christmas. And when the batch was done and they finally cooled, I like them cooled because they get a little hard then. I was just eating them all weekend. And I said it's like a conveyor belt. I just, these cookies. Loved it. And I need to get back to that. It's amazing. Cookie after cookie after cookie. Oh my God. Truly, it takes 2 and I'm done. But then sometimes I push it a few hours later. Come on, you can do 2 more. You got a hot cup of tea. Let's do it. And then I regret it. So, cartooning. How do I express that? Exaggerate it. Now, this is one I came up with. There's probably an infinite numbers of ways I could do it. This one's funny because I'm not fighting it. I'm clearly standing there on my own accord, my mouth hanging open as the cookies go into my mouth. Now, I need a Cookie Monster, Sam. So exaggeration is your friend. Oh, coffee's kicking in. Here it goes. Now my heart can slow down. Now, this is an example of pure emotion. How's it feel? Boom, there you go. But what's it communicating? And I think oftentimes, I see things visually. My brain works, I see something, it's visual. I don't see with perfect photographic clarity, but I'll see moments, and that's why I laugh a lot, and this is one of them. And I was talking about how the cookies were just going in, and then it was easy to just draw me, these cookies going in. And it's funny, right? Exaggeration. The hugeness of the mouth, the eyes, the cookies, absolutely. But is this necessarily what I wanted? And what is this communicating is the question. And that's something I just thought it was a funny moment, an incident. I bet there were different things I could communicate here. And let's see if we can figure that one out. And that's what I'm going to encourage, one of the things. And it's going to be tough because kids want to jump right in and do it and be perfect right away. Well, okay, don't we all? But let's talk about it. So, okay, this one I was just going to paint, but now I'm talking, so let's get going. What's another way to do cookies? Well, one of my favorites is always go, when in doubt, oh, my program's stalling on me. All right, there we go. When in doubt, go Greek. There's a reason why they may have been destroyed, but there's a reason why all of their art, literature was copied, stolen. It still survives today. Okay, go Greek. Or Roman, you could say. Roman is Greek. Whoop. Pin jumped right out of my hand. Hunger. Okay, this is Sam. All right, let me just hear what do I got. I was painting something the other night. Oh, we watched Frankenhooker on Uncle Spooky. I didn't get any drawing done. It was fabulous. Frankenhooker. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You'll never. It's the most breasts I've ever seen in a single movie. You youngins out there, go watch Frankenhooker. At first, at first glance, the conveyor belt looked like a barrel of a Browning machine gun to me. Agreed. Which gives that doodle an entirely different vibe. I like how you said a Browning machine gun. Specific. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a doodle. Why waste time? You play too many war games. That's funny. And that's something I would definitely have to change. Get the conveyor belt a little thicker, make these a little, yeah. It does kind of look like, it almost looks like the ends of the ammo, right? That's funny. Oh, Fox is saying something. Fox is going to lurk. She's writing. Ooh, let's not disturb the fox. We love our lurkers. You lurk away, Fox. And if you have to turn the volume down, you don't need to listen to me. You don't need to listen to me. You can listen to me. Okay, here we go. Oh, Toey, did you see the Daily Wire is making films now? And this one is called, this one looks good. This is Die Hard in High School. Did I get it right? I spelled it wrong. Hang on, guys. I just want to advertise. This one looks fun. Oh, I can't find the official trailer. Looks like YouTube is playing favorites. Ruining my show. Oh, I got it wrong. Okay, it's called Run, Hide, Fight. And I'm going to turn it off because I can't play it, Stinkerdoos. Wish I could. That'd be so sweet. You think companies would want you playing their trailers? Haven't seen I'm posting it right now for you, Toey. Here you go. I'm very interested. Very interested. I'm definitely going to see. Definitely got some. The one I'm working on right now, they might be interested. Oh, it looks so good. I wish I could play it. All right, stop saying that. Move on. I can watch it again tonight. Hey, Sam, you got a question. Have you seen Soul on Disney Plus yet? Not yet. But from the trailers, that looks really fun. It looks interesting, and I love jazz. So let's bring it on. Did you see it? Is it any good? Should we watch it? Okay, where were we? Okay. All right. Ooh, Fox says she saw it. I gotta stop writing. See, and she highly recommends it. Oh, Fox likes it. Remember Life cereal? Mikey likes it. Foxy likes it. Oh, I'm gonna definitely watch it. I just wasn't in the mood. Okay, hang on. You saw it, says Sam, and it was very emotional. Emotional good? I mean, were you happy to have seen this? I wanted to see it, and I will see it. I just, I'm working a horror screenplay right now, so I'm trying to kind of keep set in that genre, that area. I think what I'll do is I'll throw it on the TV downstairs and watch it with my mother. Maybe next weekend we'll watch it. We'll give it a go. I still haven't seen Wonder Woman. Ugh. Okay. Yes, it's good. Great. Yeah. It looks beautiful. It's got a cat. How could I not watch it? It's got a cat. Yeah. I tell you, that darn Pixar. Go Andrew. Go Andy. Good stuff. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going into our Greek. Okay. So, kind of like a Dionysus thing. Bacchus, where you drop cookies into your mouth. That doesn't look like a cookie, does it? Wonder Woman has a surprise dealer. Did you see Wonder Woman, Sam? My chiropractor had some words to say to me about that movie. I'll tell you what. What'd you think? Well, first off, I guess the prominent question is, did you like the first? Now, what we're going to do... Always draw too big. I always draw too big. It's one of those things I do. And when you animate your animation, when you're flipping and you got this stack of papers, it kind of goes... Instead of get bigger, and then you rein it back in. And then it'll get smaller, and you rein it back in. And then there's those guys that can just keep it been animating their whole lives. And thank goodness for them, because now we have amazing movies to watch. So thank you. I don't know. I'll watch it because I like movies. The only time I don't watch a movie is, when you check out the trailer and you just get a gut feeling. Like, I don't know. Or I've watched... Sometimes I just don't want another miserable experience. Sometimes I just can't do it. I just don't want him. You like the first one better, says Sam. The second has lots of flashbacks. The only criticism I got, I'm tempted to listen to some of my favorite film critics on YouTube, but I understand, Sam. It's all good. The only one I listened, and then I cut it off. I had to stop. Just because I like their personalities. They make me laugh. Sometimes in the morning it's tough, exercising. One of them said, "Oh, Wonder Woman 2. Would have been nice if Wonder Woman were in it." So, I don't know if that's accurate. But Wonder Woman 2. Here we go. Now I'm comfy. I was wondering why I wasn't sitting right. Okay, so here we go. Maybe even, what would this hand be doing? I don't know. I was kind of just laying. I just wanted, now you can see the bend in the body. Look at this as an exaggeration, right? So maybe I got one little foot here, kind of just doing this thing, and this other foot. This is almost gluttony, regalness. I'm sitting in this little, like I said, when in doubt, how would the Greeks do it? So I've got this funky little chair, doing some kind of weird thing. Funky little legs, right? This one got a little crazy, but it's okay. And then, put the hair. Like I said, cartooning isn't reality, right? My hair is really short right now. But if you're going to try it, if you make it longer, you can sometimes get away with movement, making it look pretty. Watch the extras as the talk to Linda Carter. Linda Carter. Man, I have to. Okay, I love the first Wonder Woman. It was fun. I had such a fun time watching it, enjoying it. You know, it was really neat seeing it during World War One. That was fun. You know, and I love Wonder Woman, the character. So okay, I have to admit, I think we talked about this before, Sam. When they took away the spinning costume change, I was a little disappointed. I mean, I knew they weren't going to do it, but you know. They did have a great soundtrack, so I love that. Okay, so here we go. Pure gluttony. Yeah. Now this is communicating. Once again, I am involuntarily involved in adding tons of cookies into my mouth, right? I'm leaning back in my chair, my little skinny arms. If it were accurate, it'd be more like this. It's funny because it's true. I got the bingo arms. Damn it. You know, when you're being born, I guess maybe Soul talks about this. You know, you get your body and you got a deck of cards being handed to you. Okay. And I got naturally curly hair. Score. All right. Pretty blue eyes. All right. Ooh, I'm tall and strong. Cool. Oh, I got bingo wing arms. Curses. Got the old maid card. Hi. These days are gone. Hi. Okay, here we go. There are new costumes for Wonder Woman. Yeah, I noticed her boots in the trailer. Once again, you know, she did a good job in the first one. Gregarious and charming on camera, and the camera loves her. It's always better when an Amazon is an Amazon. But that's another story. Anyway, okay, so here we go. Back to cartooning. Sam, you get me all off the mark. I would say this is just endless devouring, just endless, mindless thought devouring. Yeah, I know. Everyone says that, but it's not the muscles that aren't in shape. It's the wrapper. It's the wrapper. I do. Even more now. I can do them now. Longest time, Sam, especially when I was up in New York, my shoulder blades weren't moving. When I first moved there, I couldn't even get a coat on. And so now things are moving. Yep. Should see what I do. It's craziness. We'll get there. I may never fix them, but I'm not going to stop fighting them. Okay, here we go. So this is it. This is mindless eating, right? This is, you could say this is mindless, but I'm actively doing it here. And I'm relaxed and I'm languishing and I'm devouring with this gluttonous appeal. So this is not mindless. This is purposeful. And you can see I'm really enjoying it. And this is just mindless. Both are funny. You know, I can get more on this drawing, but this is where I'm going to teach children the value. You know, they may not get this involved with it, but they're going to learn the value of the thesaurus and the dictionary. Right? So you can find the word. Okay, you know, I too sometimes stumble upon my words. I don't have the memory of an attorney. Okay, great. But I can look words up and utilize them accordingly. Make them accurate. If you can make your idea as accurate as possible, it will ease your communication, it will ease your effort, and it will just be beautiful and glorious. It will cut through the clutter. And they talk about cartooning has the ability to cut through clutter and to make a very complicated issue very simple. At least a point of view, very simple. And I love that about it. And my point of view right now is just eating cookies. Loving the cookies. This one, I'm loving it. I think this one has more joy and like, oh, I'm just loving this cookie versus this one, the previous one, where it's just, I'm eating it. I'm lacking the enjoyment. In fact, it's almost painful. Almost painful. Whereas this one is just, I'm loving every moment of just laying in this chair. Da, da, da. Yeah, absolutely. That might be a funny animation. Sam asks, can the Chase Lounge have feet that walk? That would be funny, just to have my hand dragging, just feeding myself as a little lounge walks. That is definitely coming up, Sam. We'll be started figuring out how to animate on this program, and we're going to start doing that. Why not? Just throw in... I'm not satisfied with just drawing on the channel. Now let's make the drawings move. Let's do some crazy things out there. Chase Lounge. Hang on, let's get some little cranberry juice. Cranberry juice and tonic water. It's a beautiful combination. Do you drink tonic water, Sam? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Sam writes, it's like you're eating grapes. Yep. Absolutely stole this idea from the Greeks. So when in doubt, start with the Greeks. And that's anything. When in doubt, start with classics. Start with what worked. Start with artists who resolved the problem and look at how they did it. This is their answer to the problem. And then go from there. There's a reason why art is recognizable thousands of years later, hundreds of years later, because it works. There's a lot of pop art right now, a lot of, flash in the pan. Will they be around thousands of years from now, hundreds of years from now? Well, someone will see. These have been. These images. And these images, everybody notices because they're almost iconic. Everybody uses them. Everybody. So let's use them some more. Why not use things that work? Now, when you get to be at a point where your drawing is not a problem, you're just flowing and everything works and it's wonderful and beautiful, then break all the rules. Go out there and break all the rules, write new rules. But in the beginning, when we're just trying to comprehend the rules, learn that, there are rules that work that I can use, and then work your way up. Work your way up. Get there, one step at a time. Are there any eggs in the pan? In the pan. Oh, he's probably teasing me about something I said, and I don't know what you mean, so we'll move on. Okay. Let's do one more. Okay, so I'm eating a lot of cookies. Okay, let's do this one. We'll do another, I don't know. You see how I also do them on different pages? I could draw all of these on one page, but I think sometimes it helps to just turn the page. All right, this is one way. Done. Here's another way. Done. Now let's try one more. Let's try another way. And I like to do that. It's easier. Look at me. I got 4 subscribers. Growing. All right. I got to get my newsletter out this week. Okay. You want to make it easy as possible on yourself. So just turn the page. Start another drawing. Right. These are just zeros and ones. Just zeros and ones. It's not paper. It's okay. It's electricity, but it's not paper. What's really fun is when I teach drawing, more often than not at school, I'll have a teacher approach me and because I always encourage students, no matter university through high school, in whatever level you are, to be smart and incorporate your projects into other classes. Like use your time to your advantage. And so sometimes a film class, a student would want to say, hey, can I do, I'm supposed to do this English project, but can I make a film for you this week as well using this theme? Not a problem. Yes, because part of that is they're figuring sneaky things out. I'm on low level. Hi, John. What layering and taking out the best parts of the previous drawing? What layering, says Sam, and taking out the best parts of the previous drawing? John says I'm on low level. I'm on low level too, John. And so usually an English teacher will come up, or whatever, history, and then they'll say, wow, their drawings are really good. Because they maybe had to write about a character, right? Or defend this point of view of this character, and so they did, and then they included drawings of the character and situations, and the instructor said, wow, did you help them? And I advice, but I think what it does is, okay, a couple things. It's great that the kids are learning to strategize. You need that. You need to help enforce that, because you got to think around problems. But what they're doing is they're clarifying, just opening up their mind's eye point of view on things. And suddenly this English paper isn't just this English paper. Suddenly this character they're writing about is somewhat real, somewhat realistic, but they're learning it at a depth and a layering, and they're actually enjoying it. They're actually taking a book that's hundreds of years old, understanding it and enjoying it. And if you can figure out how to enjoy something, it becomes easier and your learning will be better. In high school, I got stressed out playing sports. I just freeze up like I'm going to make a mistake. And then when I got to college, maybe because I didn't know anyone, I just started enjoying it, and suddenly I was a lot better. It works. So I love it. Power up. This is John. You're powering up? John, you need a little bit of cranberry juice with tonic water. Oh, you can do that. You can lay another page on top of the original drawing and copying the best part. Sure. And what's really cool, Sam, let me answer this quick for Sam. Okay, so let's say this is the drawing. You're a no. Johnson, no. No. John, tune in tomorrow night, 11 o'clock. I'm going to be all decked out like the pickle lady with Uncle Spooky, talking terror in the horror films. Here you go. Okay, so Sam, I just put a layer here on top of my other layer. It's going to be wild. And so anything I draw on this layer, I'll just change the color too so you can see it. You might already know this. I don't know, Sam. So blah, blah, blah. This is the top layer, right? So if I go back to my layers, it just disappears. What I really like about this is the goal for me. I can take the bottom layer, the drawing, and I can go up here. I guess you can kind of see where I am, to my opacity and lessen it. So maybe it's really light. So then when I trace over it, like this tooth or whatever. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Like let's say I was inking. And I was doing this, coloring it in. Maybe making maybe making my eye bigger or whatever. I can sit here and lessen the opacity to where I start seeing my own drawing on top of that layer. And then, oops, I did it again. So yeah, absolutely. A lot of times, Sam, you're at the drawing level. Yeah, you just cut and paste. You can transition things. It's super easy. And you can use the program to your advantage. When I'm teaching the younger talent, I try to get them to redraw it as much as possible because you learn so much by just redoing it. But yeah, absolutely. When I teach film, I try to get them to do their own special effects rather than just hitting the app button. Because then you kind of learn at a deeper level. But, hey, whatever works, baby. And that's how we roll. Oh, John. John, you still here, John? Did you read about Demon Slayer, the comic in Japan that has sold over 100 million copies, which is impressive because the population of Japan is 126 million. It is the largest selling comic book ever. And it's outsold all of the comic book industries worldwide combined. I know. And I watched the movie has come out. Okay, but it was a TV show. It was a comic, and then it went a TV show. And I'm watching that now on Hulu, and it's pretty good. Takes a little time to get going, but it's pretty good. They've got some really neat stuff going. Maybe they have a toilet paper shortage, suggests John. No, that wouldn't explain it. They got the toilets. They don't need paper. Nice try. Nice try. You're such a punk. You're such a punk. You're a Marine. What do you expect? What do you expect? I don't know, but they're doing something right, and I'm paying attention. Manga is a bit rough, though. Yeah, I know. But they're nailing it. They're doing something right. And Daily Wire, John, you missed it, is producing films now. And I'll post it again for you because you're here. Yeah, I know you heard me right. The Daily Wire is producing films. Check that one out. Yep. It's interesting times. I was a little worried. I'm not going to lie to you because, being a screenwriter, I was a little worried about the market. Like, oh, God, movie theaters shutting down. I know people. That's the one Ben Shapiro's on. They tend to be, they're definitely more conservative on their political opinions. They're real big on YouTube. You can find them all over the internet. They're now producing films. I haven't quite researched into it, but I found out. This one's called Run, Hide, Fight. It seems like it's Die Hard at high school. Surviving a shooter at high school. So check that one out. Looks pretty good. I'm in it. I'll watch it. Definitely has some strong opinions about social media and kids and what do we teach them. And it's an interesting story. Here, I'll get you that one. And this is just because you asked, John, this is the Daily Wire's YouTube account. Yeah, on that stairs. So you can check that out later. I tend to not talk politics on the channel or religion, keep it fun. But I will always inform viewers of anything, and I will share what I find to be cool and interesting. This film looks cool. John is trying to figure out where our Instagram account went. What? Uh-oh. It's started. Did you get booted off, John? What'd you guys say? Here we go. Let's draw another one. Cookies. Okay. So let's just do gluttony. Let's just do pure gluttony. All right. So when I'm thinking gluttony, when it comes to cartooning, you kind of want to figure out your positioning right away. This one's going to be tricky to figure out. I kind of want not a pretty situation, right? I was going to make myself squatting, but I think I'm just going to do one of these, like kind of just leaning forward, maybe this leg. Maybe I'll have this leg up. Who knows? This leg's kind of coming out. And I just... Now it's fun to do the, eating. Okay. Was just gone. Really? John got censored. Sorry, John. It's terrible. Well, I love what you guys do. I'll support you. I'm supporting you. Okay, so here we go. You can kind of see, Yeah, I like to do the eyes. Maybe kind of like, Okay, now here are the hands, and this is maybe a big stack of cookies. Or might be fun to do is I'm on a big stack of cookies, just eating my way down. Just cookies. Like, this is a big stack. It's just a mountain of cookies. And I'm just eating and eating and eating. This is point, though. You can kind of see I'm leaning forward. My back is here. This is when you get into staging a little bit. Now, you see how this is still a loose drawing, right? It's still kind of, but you can see my arms forward. No, originally I was thinking just, something like this, right? Like you just like, getting all these cookies. You're just bringing them in. It'd be a lot of cookies you gotta draw. Sometimes be careful on your choice. This is a lot of cookies I gotta, with mounds in the back. Yeah, totally. Okay. See how you just keep pushing it? You just keep pushing it. It gets funnier. So this isn't funny. Okay, so you might do something like this where I'm up front. And John suggested like just mounds in the back. Reminds me a little bit of Seven, getting a little creepy. What a way to go, huh? What a way to go. Eating cookies. There we go. Okay, here we go. And just like giant hills of cookies behind me. It just keeps going like valleys. With the lips following the arms like they're reaching cookies. Okay. True. How true. This is something interesting. Okay. This is kind of, we get to theater posing. Generally, you don't want an arm in front of your mouth because now my face is hidden. Right? So you want to do something maybe like this. Like this, right? So to have the straight arm, it can be dangerous. Is it an absolute 100% you can never do that? No. But let's give another option. Let's try another option. Let's see if we can do that. Now, this is why I encourage kids to draw a lot, because when you can relax and you get to the point where you start planning out, you have to be patient. You have to hold back a little bit. Don't. Figure out the position, figure out the silhouette, hang in there, and then you can make it look pretty. But just figure it out first. Starting to look like me at the table. Maybe, here's an option. Maybe I'll just take, you know what? This is what Sam was talking about. Look at that pretty hand, right? That's not a bad hand. Why draw that hand again? Let's just take that hand, my little deformed hand. Let's take that out. And let's move it right into my mouth. Move it right into my mouth. There you go. Blah. Boom. Done. I don't have to redraw that hand. Yes, please. Okay, here we go. Punch Politics. We'll just make a new account. But John says, Sapphire chimes in. Ooh, Sapphire. It's crazy your Instagram account just disappeared. John responds, hopefully Facebook went away. Let's find out, John. Okay. So there you go. That's another moment where... Okay, so... Sorry. I'll look for you. Computers are running real slow today. Interesting. Well, looks like you're still here. You're still on Facebook. God, that new Facebook, the new app they make you get is terrible. It's so ridiculously slow. It's because they're going through all your bank accounts. Yep, you're still up and running, John. Well, Conquest. Well, they see Conquest. They must have thought you're inciting violence. One, two, three. Okay, so maybe I'm just shoving cookies into my mouth, right? And I'm and I could get a pile here. Boo. I don't know, man. The world is a crazy place right now. And you're just cookies, cookies, cookies. I find gluttony is kind of ugly, right? When you get to the cartooning level. It's just, ugh. It's terrible, I tell you. It's terrible. This drawing is so out of control. I might just kind of... You know what'd be funny? Okay. I initially was going in like I'm seated. What if I were just laying on the cookies? Like I'm just so devouring. I'm not even seated. I'm just laying on it. Okay, so basically, all right. So I just put a foot there, and maybe a foot here. Like we're just laying. Okay. Okay, not my best self-portrait. Definitely looking a little terrible right now. My little pinky got out of control. And just cookies, cookies, cookies. Okay. So we've got three. We got three portraits going. All about eating cookies, all talking, but they all mean something different. Right? They all have a different feeling of cookies and meaning. But surely there's an easier way rather than rattling on for an hour and drawing. There is an easier way. You figure it out before you start drawing. You don't necessarily have to write a script, but you should at least have a thought written down on the paper and to clarify that thought. You know, gluttony, this is definitely gluttony and greed and just mindless. Enjoying, residing, or just a bathtub full of cookies, suggests Sam. Absolutely. So I think when you can clarify the sentence, the image will be there and it's a little easier. It's not always going to be that easy. Sometimes you have to search around. Sometimes not. Sometimes it just works right off on the bat and that's the one you go with. A bathtub full of cookies. It's terrible. Let's draw it. Hey man, I hit new. Where'd it go? There it goes. All right. Let's get rid of that one. Here we go. Here we go. A bathtub. I love it. Let's do that. Chocolate syrup in a bottle. Better than a shower full. You know those booths they put you in where you got to grab the money? It's flying around. It's cookies. It's just raining down. And you got to keep eating. Otherwise, you'll drown in cookies. That's fabulous. not saying I would do that. I'm saying it might be fun to experience. Okay, here we go. A bathtub. All right. Yeah, my first inclination is always to draw linearly. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get a little perspective here on this one. There we go. See, I just made it a box. And then I'll just kind of, I don't know. Haven't drawn a tub in a while. Just thinking about it. Here's my box. When in doubt, simplify, simplify, simplify. Let's make it a big box. Oh, you know what? I did this wrong. I don't like this layer. Did you see what I did? Everybody pay attention to that. You have an idea, you start working on it. That's not what I wanted. Then get rid of it. Try another one. You know, I think when we're younger in our talent or in our field, we get, oh, well, I started this way, I got to stay. No, listen to your gut. Like, once again, my gut says just draw it like this, right? Like a bathtub. So it's quick and clean and clear. And that comes from just so many storyboards I've had to draw over the years that I just kind of been trained to see things like this. See, like a little bear claw and the bathtub. And I might even do like a funny little shower. And that's just how my brain works. And that's definitely one way. And it would be funny because I could just do this in my little head. And because I'm tall, my knees always show. And just cookies. That's fine. But you wouldn't get as many cookies unless I drew the cookies up here. Well, let's try a different way of drawing it. And I want to show that. I want to show the struggle. I want to show how you have to sometimes try a few ways. A shower of chocolate syrup instead of water. Oh, that'd be pretty good. You know, just a cookie. Just a hot cup of, toss me in that bathtub and give me a big hot cup of tea. Let's go. Wonder what kind of music would be good. Oh, you'd get melted cookie all over you. That's fun if you're the first one in the bath. If you're the next person, that's not as fun. It would be such a mess. All right, let's get this one going. All right, let's try it this way. I'm in the mood. Hanging out. Indeed, Sam. Indeed. What if we do? What did I walk into? Says Witchy Mo. All right, Witchy Mo. We are drawing a tub full of chocolate chip cookies. That's what you've walked into. Yep. So let it be written. So let it be drawn. So let it be done. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I just kind of wanted to get that little downward angle. I don't know, maybe my head would be here. Tub. I know what you meant, Sam. Maybe I'll put my foot up here like I'm playing with my toesies. What did you walk into? Hey, Witchy Mo. Tomorrow night, 11 p.m., be here. You will see Pickle Lady unlike any way you've ever seen her before. And I'll be hanging out with Uncle Spooky. 11 p.m. Talking terror, horror, gore, all that silliness. Yep. And we'll put my knee here, leaning against the side. Now, and these are all cookies. Okay. Oops. Don't cover the face. Not yet. So we'll just do cookies. Okay, we're not going to spend a lot of time with cookies, but we can do like... These are all cookies. And because Sam asked for it, we'll kind of make like a little crooked... It's got a little shower head. And maybe it's dripping chocolate. Boop. And I'm holding up a little cookie. Now, because it's a bathtub, and because it's, you know, a nude, there's a new element added to this one. Ever so slightly. As soon as you do, you know suddenly maybe not quite so PG, let's say. But it definitely communicates. Gargle the chocolate coming from the shower head. What? All right, I'll do it on the other one. I'll do it on the other one, not this one. So I think this would be the most amazing thing to ever happen. I think it would be amazing initially, and then maybe not so much. Maybe. I don't know. Let's find out. That's something like you do on YouTube. You make a video. I took a bath with 2,000 chocolate chip cookies. I wonder how many cookies it would take to fill. I have a big tub. It'll be a lot of cookies. Can you imagine going to the grocery store? You're buying a lot of cookies. You'll never guess what I'm going to do with these cookies. I'll give you one of the bags of cookies if you can guess. Oh, I don't know. Having a bake sale? No. Giving them to deserving children? No. It's terrible. Who comes up with these ideas? Sam? I'm blaming you. This is the first time ever. It's not Pickle Lady's fault. It's Sam. Okay, there's a feed. And there's the knee. It was a little crummy. Well done, Sam. That was wonderful. That was sweet. All right. It was crummy. That was funny. All right, so cookies. I should probably take this. This is what Sam was talking about. I love this feature. Check this out. I can just take this foot and I can really help do a foreshortening and stick it right here. And that looks so much better. Oh, I gotta do it kind of like it's hanging off a little bit, maybe like that. Okay, maybe even just a touch bigger because I really want to push that foreshortening. Bam! There you go. That chip off the old cookie. Chip away. I was thinking a rolling cookie gathers no crumbs, but then I thought, get the cookie. Get it. Okay, there you go. Boom. So this one could be fun. If this were on Instagram, it would be me going, eh? Like, can I draw that? Am I allowed to draw? Like this. Like really big with just cookies right here. That would be an Instagram drawing. Okay. John says, at least you have an Instagram. Who knows, John? Maybe I'll be next. Are you serious? Let's just double check for John. Real quick. Maybe he got hacked. It happens. Well, you are military. Not enough of that, John. Let me see. Okay. Your Conquest Entertainment is up. Is it the other one that's not up? I'm assuming, yeah. I mean, I know you know what you're doing. I'm just giving you info from my end. No, that's the one in Jersey. Sorry, guys. This is one of our viewers. I know I've chatted with you about stuff. Hey, just want to help out. Here we go. Yeah, I don't. Sorry, John. That is what a load. You know, I always tend to think, well, the publishing one went away. Yeah, it did. I don't even see you in my messages. I'm pretty sure I have chatted with you. God, that's... You know, I always tend to side like, well, you know, things happen. Okay. Yeah. I did get to hashtag Conquest Publishing. And I think that's before you changed it. So that was the old one. Because it was our Christmas dinner from a couple of years ago. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's terrible. But you'll get through it. Where are my hands? Well, they're right here. What are you talking about? Sorry. Wanted to look that up for John just to offer a little bit of support. All right, let's get back to the hands. Okay. Well, I was going to have a hand right here. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to get rid of these because I don't want it to turn into that kind of drawing. Do we not have enough of those drawings? I was just showing an example of if this were an Instagram piece of work. Okay. I think it would be, that's a good question. Where are my hands? It would be funny to have them all, the cookies like all up here, and maybe like them kind of spilling out. Right, like the cookies falling. This is such a strange idea. I think one hand would be holding. I gotta think about this. That's a big mug. A mug of tea. Oh, that's not right. Hang on. I'm drawing two different ways. You love this. I love cookies. I think I'm just going to do it like this because I think, you know, you would be holding like a little... Maybe I'll do the mug this way, right? Hang on. Let me make that a little bigger. Yeah. The hand pulling the string. You're just such a punk with that string. All right. Hang on. Let me get my mug. You can't have a cookie bath without a mug of hot tea. I'm sorry. This is how I roll, man. It's how I roll. Okay, here we go. So we're going to put a little mug right there. There we go. Oh, I'm going to make her shower in the other one. Not this one. Because the other one, it'll show up better. And I'll show you a little secret. It's not a secret, but I'll show you one of the little techniques I have learned over the progress of slowly embarrassing myself while drawing. All right, so there we go. A mug of hot cocoa to go with Zoe's chocolate zucchini cake. Was that cake she made? For the longest time, God, I used to pass this vegan bakery in New York. I was running. I always had to run to this school because it was the second job of the day. And I had to come way up from like 180th Street in the Bronx all the way down to just off of Houston. It was this Catholic private school. I always had to run. And then I got pretty good where I'd run. And then I would get to sit in the park for like 15 minutes. I'd get a cup of coffee. Just sit there. Anyway, I'd pass this bakery, and I never tried it. And it was a vegan bakery. And I'd always think, like, why bother? No fat, no sugar. I know beer doesn't have fat, but a lot of sugar. But I always tried. I didn't try there, but other places. People would bring a dessert. I'd give it a shot. I'd always try. And that was always the... I want to put a cookie like this way. So I got to figure out. I'll put like a little bite out of it. How would you hold a cookie? I guess kind of like... The rules at our house were you don't have to like, but you always got to try. And words to live by. I'll always try. You'd run from the Bronx to Houston Street. Well, I took a rest on the subway. Yeah. It was fun because it was downhill. It was a steep downhill from the school. I had to run because it was a mile to the subway. So, oh my God. I'd run, and then there's that enormous flight of steps. And then when you hit the top of when you were coming up to the steps, because it's that steep hill, there's probably at least a quarter mile of a steep hill before you could get to the steps, and you could see if you were going to make the train or not. So I would run foolishly. Several times I was halfway down the stairs, and then I could just catch this, and I'd run, and then I'd have to run to the subway, up all the stairs, swipe the card, up one more set, try to make the train. And in my head, I was visually just flying like a gazelle. Reality was not the case. Yeah, I'd run. And then I got to the point where, especially when the weather was good, you'd get there and you'd have a little more time. But it was the East Village. Everything was expensive. I didn't want to eat when I got there, so I found a really cool cafe. And they made grilled cheese and a wonderful matzo ball soup. Wonderful. By hand, you could tell. Oh, it was so good. It was one day, it was just like the thing. It's amazing how you sometimes can get that thing that keeps you from murdering everyone on the street. That one thing. Oh, God. Okay, today it is. You know what? I'm going to be snazzy. Let's just put it between my fingers. Kind of like, I've got my cookie. Look at me. My cookie. When in doubt, simplify. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Where was I? I was talking all about the running and the... Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. You always think you can run faster than you really can. That was it. What a crazy. Some days I would be on my 5th gig. Oh, those are long days. Oh my God. And Sam, one time I showed up to help Kath out and go teach. And it was one of those days where I'd been up the day before. I had 4 gigs. I was just sick as a dog. And then I'd had a gig. I was at a job early, and then I get to her place. There was no coffee. That was a terrible moment. I was going to make coffee out of anything. She said, finally stop me. Like, all right, we'll stop for coffee. We'll stop. I just couldn't. So tired. Okay. When you got something like this, I know we're not getting into details, and I'm just so distracted. I'm having fun with Sam. See this cookie? Isn't that a great cookie? Well, this cookie is ruining the depth. I could just erase it. It's no big deal. But let's talk about it real quick. Okay, what we have here is foreshortening. I mean, this big foot. This little head. I could probably shrink that head a little bit more, or maybe make these hands a little bit bigger. You know, we'll play around with that. But this cookie needs to be forward here, and maybe even bigger. And everything else should be smaller. Like this cookie here. This cookie's ruining it as well, because I've got these tiny ones and this big one here, which, you know, this is just a sketch, but let's see if you can maintain. Let's see it. Let's get this hand too. This is kind of funny. I was imagining like this sitting in there. I'm okay with that. Oh, we've got to be back. Okay. So anyway, this is working. It's fine. Let's just get rid of this so we can kind of see. Quick sketch though. Boom. Not bad. Still, my 2 favorites are... Oh, we'll go to this one, Sam, because I told you I'd draw this one. Still, that's one of my favorites. I worked a long time. And this one, is silly. I like that one. Languishing. La, 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 la. Not languishing. Is that languishing? Yeah, maybe it. I was getting confused with lamenting, spelling in the head. There we go. All right. So, what am I going to do with this one? Okay, if I do it, I could do the spray here. Right? We're coming down. Water's coming down. Or chocolate. I guess we're doing chocolate. Sorry, Sam. But what I'm going to lose is I've got this great buildup, and it just drops on my head. And I'm not sure I would recline under that. You know, that's not very... That's all right. I always look for the gag. I like the humor of it. I've noticed, even in this horror script I'm rewriting right now, it's really getting good, by the way. I always put little humorous bits in there. I can't help it. I think, especially in a horror, you know, I'm following Shakespeare's advice, but especially in a horror movie, you need those, you need a breather. And I think a lot of times I like to use humor in writing to help create empathy, relatability to a character. I do. And it doesn't have to be slapstick humor or laugh out loud, but those little things that, happen in life that we all go, oh yeah, me too. Here's a couple funny ones too. Actually threw in the mom character has a little bit of a character arc. Ooh, didn't mean to, but it came up. And the dad does too. So all of them have, but not like the hero. And that's one of the things. This is screenwriting, but I imagine this might apply to book writing as well. In my field, in screenwriting, the producers want all of the interest on the protagonist. Even in they want the decisions being made. They want the protagonist propelling the story forward, pushing it, making the decisions, moving forward. And that's important to do. And if you spend too much time or you make other characters more interesting, it's dangerous thing to do. So, simple things like they even want the protagonist to have the last word in the script, the last line of dialogue. I don't know why. I'm going to do it until they tell me not to. You got it. But I think as a writer, I'm trying to make this, my goal is to make this as interesting a script, as full and as juicy and as wonderful as I can, so where people are going to want to read it, they don't want to set it down, and they want to make it. And then by the time they're all done putting their 10 bits or cents and all these chefs get their hand in the recipe is still solid enough. It's going to be amazing. That's my job. So, Sam wants his cookie at fiosrouter.home. What? What are you doing? Get me cookies. Now that is a company we all need. Cookie delivery. Boom, boom. Don't we all need fresh cookies delivered to your door in 30 minutes or less? Forget the pizza. Let's have cookies. That would be amazing. Cookies. Oh, yeah. And then I don't even have to redraw this. I can just do this again. My favorite cartooning is, I've been poking around on the internet because I gotta, sometimes you have to find popular things, especially if I'm going to, I think I'm teaching a teenager, so you gotta kind of find the hip things they're interested in, and then we can talk about it. I love illustrators, or, I'm looking up comics and comic strips, cartooning. I can appreciate the simplicity of the cartoons now, where they kind of look like bad drawings on purpose. But they don't appeal to me. Sometimes I go, I like the storytelling. I like it when storytelling matches with skill, craft, beauty. And those are infinitely harder to do. It's a lot easier if your cartoon is a little stick man talking, and then you can tell a joke or a punchline in 4 panels. Okay, great. Still work. Right? It works great. There's a market for that. But give me Calvin and Hobbes, even non sequitur. Give me something that you're getting a message and the craft, the art is matching with it. And that's just me. Some people are different. And the fun part is there's room for all. My favorite is chocolate chip cookies, but a black and white cookie is great. Even an Oreo cookie, especially double stuffed. There's room for all types of cookies in art. check my email. What? Sam's sending me things. Thank you, Sam. Where were we? Oh, gosh. He's got a cartoon cookie going here. That's funny, Sam. Oh, is he sneaking the cookies? All right, let me see if I can get this up here. All right, hang on, everybody. Let's see what Sam drew. I'm putting it on. I'm putting it on, Sam. Okay. Cat with cookies. Done and done. There you go. We're doing it right there. There it is. That's funny. Kitty, kitty, no, kitty, no. He's a sneaky kitty getting the cookies. Our cats are being dreadful. They're getting into the plants. And they're getting into the plants, and they're eating them, and they know they're being bad, and they hear you coming. They hear you yelling at them or raising your voice, and they eat faster. Bad kitties. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for showing that. Right on. That's really neat. How fun is that? Uh-oh. Speaking, see, you say kitty, here they are. Sucking up to me. I'll kill you tonight. Okay, Sam, check this out. So let's say, okay, we're going to tilt that head back. Now, this is if I were doing just a regular head. All right. Well, what we'll do is I love cartooning because I love to exaggerate it. This is kind of how I roll. Not everyone draws that way. Everyone can draw anyway. You did this for Children Rain Company. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. All right, so maybe I'll kind of lift that chin back, push that back a little bit more, just for the sake of, here we are. Hi. Kitty break. How you doing? Can you hear me talking about you? Hey, pretty girl. It's the prettiest girl in the world. Don't you in that? Good girl. Yeah. How you doing? Come in. Jump up. Good girl. Come in. Jump in. They just want to rub on the armrests. Yeah, good girl. Okay, here we go. All right, Sam, check this out. So we go over here. Now, just because you have the capability of doing something doesn't mean you have to or that you should. But it is kind of fun too. Okay. So I've chosen this little funky square up here. Funky square. I think that's a technical term. Funky square. Now I'm going into a variety. It's just behind me. Can't quite see it. I'm in the wrong way. I got scattered, saturated lines. Don't want scattered lines. Dark, curved, dense. Let's do burst. And then I can control the direction. Oh, that's a burst. I don't want that. Never mind. Let's do dense. Ugh, that's not what I want. That's destroying me. Let's try this. I think that's what we want. No. I gotta figure out how to do this. What do you... Okay, there we go. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of it. Go on. You're cute, but you're getting into trouble. Excuse me. Sorry, boys and girls. We're just kidding. Trying to keep the cat. You know how you put everything into boxes to kind of protect them? Well, they want to chew on all your boxes because that's what cats do. Cats and cardboard. All right, hang on. I've apparently forgotten how to do this. That's a perfect fit. Oh, come on. My computer's like frozen. Something about this program. All right, hang on, guys. Let's get this going. Darn it. If you could hear the cursing going on in my head right now. Something's wrong with this program. All right, we're going to try this again. You have a sixth sense of humor. You're out of your mind. Okay. I really wish you'd stop doing this. Okay. Very concerned about this, boys and girls. Ooh, that's right. All right, so what we're going to do is going to get rid of this. Yes. Sorry about this. I haven't used this one in a while, and I think I might just stop because I thought I had it. All right, we're going to ignore that. We're just going to draw it by hand. Something's going on with this program. It's not happy. It's so funny. You know what's funny, Sam? I was editing. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to turn it, and it just kept stalling the whole program. I was editing on. I'm using Wondershare's Filmora, kind of a cheaper program, just because I didn't want to crank out all the money, for the latest Premiere. It got really buggy the other day, and all these programs right now, and Windows is trying to switch me over. They will always want you online. They always want all of their programs that you could just have on your computer, and then if you wanted to, save online. But now they want them always online, and there's moments where they just get real bugged down and they won't work. Apparently I get quite creative with my cursing when that happens. Okay. So here we go. So we just... Okay, and what we'll do is we'll make this chocolate. Sam, you're terrible. You're terrible, Sam. You're terrible. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, it was a lot of and then things that would work for a little bit suddenly wouldn't work, like just changing type on a title frame wouldn't work. Maddening. Yeah, I use Wondershare as well. Having issues with them, when you buy things, it says, a one-time purchase, and then you own this forever, and then they charge you again 6 months later. Running into some of those. I use their converter. Really like it. Straightforward. Not a. I like Filmora Pro. I like it. It's limited, but I'm not doing professional editing now. I'm just it's kind of small gigs now and then. So it works great, but I suddenly am no longer able to make just an MP3 file. I'm limited. It only uses it only makes MP4s. That's it. So now I can't record a song and edit it. It's annoying. It's annoying. You can even do that in my free Windows Movie Maker, but not this one that I had to spend money on. That's annoying. There's little things that are annoying. Ugh, I'm not going to go into it. Let's not bring the show down. All right, let's get some hair going. It's annoying as hell. It's like people, well, why would you want a CD player on your computer? So I can listen to my CDs? Yep, limited thought. People get stuck in this, why would you want an editing program to only edit audio? It's a filmmaking program. Because sometimes I just need the audio. I'm like, why wouldn't it edit audio? I mean, I understand. I'm not saying special effects. I'm just saying, if I want to compress my audio just to make sure it's good and bring it into another program and then fix it up and clean it up, maybe I should be able to just bring it out of the program. Oh, here it goes. You should try Shotcut or Audacity. Well, that's exactly what I was thinking, the Audacity. But I've used Audacity before. I'm writing these all down. I knew if I brought it up in the show, somebody would chime in. Yeah, I know. I just don't want to pay a ton more. MPEG stream clip, huh? I love Wondershare's converter, though. Love it. Solid. And I like it because I'll just I just follow what, kind of Don's procedure. Just run everything through it and open it up in another editing program. It makes everything work so smoothly. It's wonderful. It's worth it. It's super easy to use. It's worth it. Handbrake. I haven't tried Handbrake. There's another one. See? Yeah, I'm just starting to record more on the ukulele, and the whole point of learning it was so I could make my own songs and snips and clibbits, and yeah. And believe it or not, when you record music, you don't always get it in the first take. Ooh, I'm gonna try Handbrake. Sometimes it takes. And you kind of want to get it all in one go. It makes it so much easier. And there's just a different quality when you get it all in one go. And if there's a lot of dialogue, sometimes it takes a lot of playing. There's been times I was playing. I still have to do It's a Small World for Toei. We're all pickles. I'll do that when I'm really... I remember playing one. It was the title to the show. And I said on the recording, I said, God, I hope this comes out. My fingers hurt. I don't think I got another one in me. It's not easy playing and singing at the same time. I'm going to tell you that. Then your brain starts playing that game of, oh, look, you're doing it. Oh, you're really doing well. I hope you don't mess up. I mean, you're almost to the end of the song. Thanks, Sam. Handbrake. Thanks, Fox. I'll go check them. I'll check them all out. Yeah, I tried an audio tool. It's like I think it's more for techno, where they do a lot of sampling and editing. And I thought, oh, let's give this a shot. I'll try it out. But apparently, whatever you want to input into your track, to your song, is then stored in a library where anyone can use. And I don't want the whole world using Pickle Man. You know, hi, how you doing? Well, at least not until I get paid for it. You know. Hi. Well, hello. Somebody really wants a snack. Hi. Yes. Me too. Well, come on. Say hi to everyone. Come on. Jump up. Come on. Hi. There she is. There's little Lucy. There she is. Hey, I know the world. Great. Another cat on the internet. Yeah, but she's my cat. She's a cool girl. She's getting good. Much better. There's moments. We don't speak of such things. Yeah. All right. Handbrake, huh? Yeah. Well, also sometimes, you just want to build something in the audio. Sam knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes you got to fix a little section, and then you don't want to have to render the entire project for this one little section. You want to be able to just shoot out that little audio section and then bring it back in, and then it's cleaned up. Can't quite do that in this one. But this one is great. You've got titles and colors, a little bit of animation. You do have a lot of control. It's pretty easy to use. It's pretty stable, usually. And it works. Oh, Jungle Girl. Something about this cat. She likes to rest with her head in my armpit. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, sweetie. She looks up at, don't talk about me on the air.
So good.
But her fur it's like feathers. It's so light. There she goes. Good girl. All right, let's get back to drawing. Chocolate. All right, glad I brought it up. I even brought a Fox out of her writing case. I'm writing. That's really the pits. It's your nose, and she drools, and you get this wet mark. Oh. Taken away too young. Too young. Yeah. Good girl. Weren't we all? Ugh. All over me. That's right. Where am I? All right. Now she's looking at me. Please let me in the attic. No. I used to let her crawl around a little bit. She was real good about getting in the attic. It's nothing bad about having cats get into places, Making sure it's bug-free, rodent-free. And I can't do it anymore. She comes out with bits of styrofoam packing material. I don't need a cat with something stuck in her intestinal tract. Hey, pretty girl. Yeah, good girl. Yeah. Not if I can avoid it. Let's not do that. You want my catnip? No. We're going to do catnip. We're doing something fun with catnip. Yeah, we're going to try it. I tell you, this year is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to... I still do a couple drawing things during the week, but the hope is to continue with Uncle Spooky, and we're going to do just weird, fun commercials. And he's a very productive. He's interested in. He likes producing and making fun videos, and I've been looking a while for someone to play around with like that. And I'm thinking he's the one. Well, he's the one right now, so we'll see. A lot of times people say they want to do that, and then when you say, okay, and you bring it, you show up with all the equipment, let's make something. I'm tired. I don't want to make anything. Like, ugh. All right, next time. So you show up with all the equipment again, and I'm tired. I'm tired too. That's why it's fun. I don't want to do it. I just want to sit around. Ugh, all right. Great. You're going to die. That's how I look at it. One day you're going to die. And then you're going to be like, oh, I could have made more stuff. I wish I'd made one more. I don't want to go like that. Who wants to go like that? Nobody wants to go like that. If only I'd finished that graphic novel. I definitely want it. Well, at least, I gave it my all. I may not have been the best, but I gave it my all. All right. And that's where we are now. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Fox, go check out Evil. It's on Netflix. It's pretty good. It reminds me of one of my first screenplays. It's different enough to where I can enjoy it, but it's similar enough to where, that's how I saw it. Really cool. Cool. Can't wait. I wanted to watch more. As soon as I finished, I wanted to watch another one, but I was, working on the pickle jar, getting everything ready. It's got Luke Cage in it, that actor who played Luke Cage. So it's fun. I like him. He's very charismatic on camera. I don't know what he's like off camera in person, but he comes off well. He's got a great voice. All right, there's the chocolate. I suppose. Am I going to get in trouble for doing this? It's just chocolate. I mean, I've got fur all over my face now. I got fur. Oh, and I'm a little bit allergic to kitties. So. Oh, Fox, I almost played Fortnite yesterday. I wanted to. I even thought about loading it up. And then I just thought, I got to work. Chocolate. Here you go, Sam. Chocolate. What was I thinking about? It's funny because so much of this cartooning, or when you do a comic strip, writing is the same way, at least with screenwriting. I'm gonna fill that one in too. In my field, less is more. They don't want, they call it, you like a lot of white on a page. They want it very succinct, brief, accurate. So one of the last things you'll do is you'll go through your whole script and get out the thesaurus and try to use certain words, very limited time. You don't want everyone jumping all the time, but I think that's what cartooning is. I think it's when you're sketching and when you first start and you're coming out with an idea, I think so much of it is getting that accurate statement. Oh, that's why it's not 100%. 100% can't make it. Stable. Imagine me needing a little stabilizing in my tools. So, I've seen when I did it. I did a comic strip in college years ago. I don't know. I did it. I don't know, for a few months. It was fun. It was a good experience. One of the things I noticed, I'd sit down and I'd just write. Not a lot, but just, notes. Okay, what am I trying to say? What am I commenting on? I'm commenting on this. All right. Like they're raising student fees, just something they'd utilize by like $10 or something. And there was a big protest, so I wrote a strip about it. But then, I wanted to make fun of the protesters and this thing. All right, great. But, you research it. I researched it just a little bit, just to figure out what I was trying to say about it. Just looked into it, read a couple things, and then I brainstormed, and wrote the punchline. Figured it out. Ooh, sorry. But I wrote it first before I drew it, and then because I'm visual, I knew the punchline was, I went backwards then. So the last panel is the punchline, which sometimes can be visual or it can be verbal, depending what you need. And I just worked backwards. I generally worked 4 panels just because it was an easy box to stick into the paper. That's what they gave me. And try to make every panel read clearly. And it seemed to work. In fact, it was one time I went to pick up a friend for a movie. He was older than I was, and we went to a movie mostly every week, maybe every other week. And I saw it hanging on his door, and I just started laughing. And he said, "What are you laughing?" I said, "That's mine. I did that." And he couldn't believe it. He's like, "What? You didn't tell me you're doing the cartoon." I said, "Well, I'm doing it for free, so it doesn't count." And I did a whole bunch. They loved it. They liked it. So I did a whole series of stuff. And then I got onto, they were still in the 90s. They were censoring books in the college library. And I made fun of it. And I made fun of it. I had 2 possums. And they were my, like country bumpkins, But they were my favorite characters. And they were really sweet. And I made fun of the university for doing it. And I thought for sure the newspaper would like it, because the newspaper would want free speech. And they didn't like it at all. They said, "These aren't funny." And I said, "Yeah, they're pretty funny." I said, "They're not hysterical, but they're funny." And then all that work I did, they didn't want to put it in. And then it just got to... I don't think they agreed with things I was stating, so I got removed. Well, it's not that I didn't get removed, they just stopped printing what I was turning in. So I thought, well, all right, I'm doing this for free, and it was just a gag, okay. Foreshadowing the future. Foreshadowing. But basically, there's a lesson there. Okay, whether you're working for no money or you're working for money in the art field, you got to give them what they want. And if they don't like it, they're not going to print it or publish it or buy it, and that's a tough field to be in. If you want to maybe consider that. If you're out there thinking, wow, I could make money being an artist. Well, remember, if they don't like what you do, you don't get paid. That's the truth. Unlike a job you can go to and do your work and then get paid, it's different. You know, it's when you're in the subjective arts, when you're in the subjective field of making money, you don't always get paid. So, there you go. Lesson learned. I always like having a foot out. Probably because it's accurate. And my little toes. It is. Wait, when you're a big woman, when you're a big person, you know you can either have your chest warm and your knees cold, or your knees cold. Or your knees warm and your chest cold. You can't get both. Now, I have proven that wrong. The tub we have is big enough to where if I curl in a ball, I can get both. You lay down and you throw water on your chest. In New York, the tub was extra small. I have my feet on the wall and my legs. So on my back, I can lay all the way down in the water. It would be beautiful. It would be beautiful on film. Let's see if I could draw that real quick. We're all over the place with cartooning today, boys and girls. We'll just do the same tub. This one was it had to be an input tub, like one they install. I'll tell you, the day they told me, I knew I'd made it when they said, oh, you can use the downstairs bathroom on the second floor. That was it, man. Anytime I'd come home, it was a bad day, warm, cold out, whatever, I'd go take a bath. Bad day in New York. Yep. Here we go. It was something like this. It's very small. Okay, we'll just use these. This is my shot. This is going to be the shot in the film. I guess if you did it kind of... Ugh, can't draw a straight line in my life depending on it. Okay, it was a tub. And then I had these little doors that closed. But I'll leave them out. But this was the upper track. And then it had those 2 glass doors that slid. Okay. But I would sit. Okay. My feet would be up like this. On the wall. And then my head, I think I could lay it down on the bottom. And I'd hold my breath and then just sit. My big butt. That's how I would sit in that tub. It was fabulous. So anyway. What do we got? All right. Okay, so where were we? All right. Now, dude, I don't need this saved. Okay, what we're talking about here, and I'm going to get into it because I'm going to start teaching on Thursday, so we'll do a better, more involved discussion. But this all started with the idea of exaggeration is such a valuable tool to use when you're cartooning or doing a comic strip or making something funny or just doing an interesting drawing. I think when we first start, we're a little hesitant. We want, I know I'm going to have students want to learn manga this semester. I got in the habit of calling it manga. Just stir people up. And I was watching that with great interest. I was watching that Demon Slayer. And the reason why it's rough, because I get these young kids turning in things. They got the big eyes. Sorry, it's not perfect. And that little mouth, and then they have the hair. However, and they always have some odd bang. And they want it to look just like the show, and they just work so hard, and they don't understand why it doesn't look like the show. When I was really watching it, they take a very detailed drawing and they crank these suckers out incredibly fast. And the way they storyboard things to show as little movement as possible, or simplified movement. Hey, Invader's in. No kidding. Right. So they won't show someone, a lot of times when they're not that bad. They're not as bad as, like I said, I was watching Demon Slayer. It's not as bad as taking the microphone, putting it in front of the mouth so they can talk, and they never have to animate the mouth moving. It's not quite that bad. They're not going to show someone getting into the carriage. They just have a shot where it's under the carriage, and they can just tilt the step, like implying the two people got onto the step and are now in the carriage. Sneaky, smart, fun, fast. Where did I go with this? So I can see how these kids don't want to exaggerate, because what they really like, what they want to impersonate or imitate, is not that. Although there are moments when they do some weird kind of jiggy lined thing, but it's always very structured, very detailed. They get their eyes kind of like this. When they get, I don't know, really upset or, whatever. There's all these rules. Okay. So the first thing I realized is I'm going to have to not break them of that habit, but kind of introduce them to a new habit and then return them back. I get them where they're at least seeing dimension and applying it and drawing. And then that idea is here. So then when they go to a style that's flattened and pushed and kind of aggressive, the dimension is up here in the mind's eye. And I think they're going to have more success that way. So we'll see. The people who draw all of those anime are very good artists, very incredible draftsmen. Taking the rate they crank out those shows is astounding. It truly is. And the level of detail they can get and is beautiful. And so that's going to be the trick to try to get these kids to realize. But we'll get there. And also, if you know dimension and you understand depth, perspective, you can draw anything. You can draw anything. And I remember when I first really started drawing seriously, they would 12 hours a week, life drawing. 12 hours. And they would say, and it was all human form. Sometimes it was human form with clothes and design, and this always human form, because the theory was if you can draw the human, you can draw anything. And it's true. But here we're exaggerating. But why a lot of these works is because I have an understanding of the human form. Enough to where this is a completely exaggerated drawing of a human. Okay, no one's neck does this, and if they do, it's not a good ending. Okay, no one's eyes are this big, teeth look like this, or jaw goes like this. But it reads, and it's kind of funny, even just if I took this out and just had this face, I could put anything in there, right? That's not a bad idea. Let's just do that while I'm talking about this. Oh, lost my layers. See, I touched funny and suddenly everything's gone. Okay, great. Nothing's working now. Okay, hang on, everyone. Fine. I didn't want to look at my layer anyway. Oh my gosh. What did I do? I must be hiding my layer property or something. All right, fine. What'd I do, Foxy? Maybe layer. Oh my gosh. All right, I know what I did. I did this happen one time, so I went to another, and it was there, and I went back, and it's back. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you lose your layers, go to another project you have, open or open one, and when you go back to your original, it'll be back. I don't know why it does that. We'll worry about that another time. Anyway, real quickly while I was doing this. All right, let's get this out of here. The reason why I'm putting this on another layer is it's still funny. Oh, darn it. Wrong layer. There we go. Okay. No, never mind. Fox. Sorry, Fox. Got it. It's buggy. I've noticed I found some bugs in this program. It's going to happen. If you get a program, it's going to have bugs. So, but I've been working my way through the bugs. That's one of them. If these disappear, I'm not even sure what I did. I'm just tapping on my tablet somewhere with my pen and it goes away. Just try to the project. It'll reset. Okay. The reason why I did that is because, and now I have this glorious, why is this so big? I have this glorious picture of this great mouth. And I can put anything in there and send it to friends, and there you go. Okay. But in terms of life drawing, if we can get back to that, sorry about that. Got a little off target. It's going to happen, especially with me. Okay, let's go to our new layer. Let's go right here. Let's put that right there. Okay. I've done enough hours of life drawing. This goes back to if you can life draw a human, you can draw anything. It's pretty much true. Architecture's a little different, but it still shapes and this and that. Look, this is an absolute distortion of a human. Okay. Now, this is not a human. This is binary code. This is just, usually when I teach, I say this is just ink. Well, this is just binary code. Get an exterminator, says Sam, from all my bugs. I don't even have, check this out. Okay. I was dinking around. This is the jaw. Great jaw. Really nailed it. I exaggerated it all the way up to the eye. Let's see what happens. Just for giggles. Because I wanted to do this earlier today. I think I like it a little bit better there. But I don't even have a cheekbone. It's just gone. And I don't care. It's funny. It's like I'm stretching this mouth so far that this cheekbone that should be here to where that jaw can come up and hit is gone. And why doesn't it matter? Because there's enough information there that clearly is relatable and identifiable. I mean, it's an enormous eye, right? Teeth, a mouth, a nose. Probably push that nose a little bit more. Bottom teeth, a tongue, even the wrinkles on the forehead and the eyebrow. Probably can fix that a little bit. It's a little confusing right here, a little distracting. Neck, back of the neck, the wrinkles. See how you do that? You can really distort and exaggerate things if you just add little touches to help the viewer understand what's going on. It's like a snake opening its jaw to eat a mouse in the hole. Exactly. So I think that's what I was thinking, that, or a shark, where they flip that head back and just, love it. That's the exaggeration I'm talking about. Don't be afraid to try exaggeration. It's a lot easier to go too far and then to bring it back. A lot easier than Just being hesitant, little bit. You know, that's no fun. Go for it. There you go. Now I got rid of that. Okay, let's save this one. And we can move on to the next one. This one, the cookie. Cookie bath. There's something there. Now this one is turning into, okay, this one, okay, hang on. The previous one is, oh, it did it again. See? Isn't that funny? And now it's back. Okay, this one is an absolute clear read, almost an instant read. We've got opposing forces, a straight line, which is very fast, slamming into a vertical line, right? You see that? You got this slamming into this. Boom. Beautiful. Remember I said anytime you cross, it's a powerful force in design. It's very clear. And then, you know, it's just those little extra details like we talked about in the eye and the teeth. You know, that's fun. You kind of know right away, teeth and dark, and just in the shape, maybe even a tongue. That's teeth, tongue, and dark. It's a mouth. Instant read. So this is very clear. Instant read. The next drawing, so I would say that's a successful comic. This one is not. This one's starting to, I was imitating if this were an Instagram, bathtub with cookies. It's funny. I would say that this is a longer read. This is a lot more going on, and this is going to take a lot more work. And it's fine. It's still somewhat successful, but I think this is becoming beyond the strength of an instant read of a comic strip into an illustration, which once again is fine, but is more involved, and it probably needs to be nailed, the direction. This is the point of view is right here. Like you're looking down right at that, even right there to be more accurate. And that's not what I wanted with the cookies. I kind of wanted in the mouth and this and that. So I really want my point of view here on my head. Oops, my head, using my mouse. So this one, although fun exploration, maybe use it later, I wouldn't say this is a successful one. This is not what I'm looking for. And that's kind of how I encourage students and young artists' talent to look at it. This is fun, not what I'm looking for. This is really fun. This is just lovely, swooping, lovely lines, silly and fun. This is just a sketch even, and I'm dying to work on this one. So I might play with this one. It's just, it'd be fun just to I'll allow it. Your comment got held back, but the point of view is the crotch. Exactly. I was avoiding saying that, but I'll say it now. Exactly. We're looking right here. That's not what we want. Now, you see why that's Instagram, you know, or if they had these big, you know, boobs there, you'd look there. Yeah, it's the wrong message. This is sending a very, I'd say this is a sexual message, and that's not what I was looking for. Not in my drawing. Okay. This one's funny, and this one I'm nude. But I had these beautiful lines that are really fun to look at, and just lovely, lovely, lovely moment. So that one I think is a lot more successful. Oh, I hope I didn't erase it. No. Oh no, I think I erased the... Oh, there it is. This one's fun. This is just odd. This is my chocolate syrup bath. You know, I still have little things left to do, but, you know, little splashes. Ooh, red. Don't do red. You better run Fred when his eyes turn red. Okay, this one's just odd. Okay. But that's the point. If you're going to do a cartooning or anything, give yourself time to explore the issue. I sat here for a couple hours and did a bunch of fun sketches and danced around the topic. But probably, in all honesty, if this were an assignment or I had to do something for work, I'd draw it on paper first in little sketches about this big and figure out which one I like the best. Because if you keep it small and you do use whatever medium you're comfortable with, you could crank out. I could crank out, I spend 20 minutes doing it and crank out at least, 15 different ones that are all pretty good. There's always ones funnier than others. Sometimes you nail it the first one. Sometimes your first one's your best one, but never, ever stop at the first one. Force yourself to go 3 more, 5 more, even try to get to 12. Give yourself that option. Because sometimes that first one's really good and you think it's good, and then you get to number 10, like, oh, that's the one. But you force yourself to go a little bit more. Always do more. Always keep pushing. Don't be satisfied with the first answer. Right? Even John Cleese talks about that. When they say, why do you think you're more successful, one of the most successful from the Monty Python group? And he said, I don't think it's because I'm the best writer necessarily. But he said, I'd always push I wouldn't be satisfied with my first answer. I'd keep going, keep searching. And it was interesting to hear him say that because artists in animation have taught me that. To hear a writer say that, like, great, it's true. So keep pushing. Figure it out. If you're comfortable with sketching in there, go sketch it. Do it. Find it. Dig it out. But remember, with the cartooning, you're trying to look something that's very clear, very understandable. And try writing it. Try writing some key phrases you're looking for. I'm a big fan of word lists. Huge fan of word lists. I just sent someone a word list because we're trying to come up with an idea and a title. These are the subjects we're dealing with, and here are all these words that are somewhat involved. Boom, do it. It's a great way to do it. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow. I promise. But clarity, slicing through the clutter. This is just cookies. This might be entitled, like if this were a day, and I'd probably do this. Brown is tricky. You don't want to do brown. Brown can be a bad color. Some days when sometimes I'll eat chocolate bath. What do you call it? Chocolate shower? Sometimes at the end of a day, a chocolate shower will do or something like that. You come and you'll play around some titles. Shower time. Chocolate shower time. Chocolate, take me away. Chocolate bath. You get a cup. Just dip it in the chocolate, take a drink. So take the time. Just take a little bit of time. Doesn't take a lot of time, but just plan it just a little bit. And you're going to come out with great success. And these are just sketches. Don't be afraid. Blood shower. That's part of it. I was thinking that, Sam. You're gonna work on it. Be patient. Commit to the planning. It'll all work out. It always does. It always works out. Most of the time, not the way you want. Some of the time, not the way you planned. Sometimes for the best. Sometimes for the worst. But it always works out. Wow, we had quite a few people in here today. Hey, everyone. Hey, Toei. Welcome to the club. It's so fun to see. It's fun to have subscribers. I feel like a real professional. So what we'll do tomorrow, we're gonna probably talk a little bit more about cartooning, and I want to talk a little bit about some of my favorites. I had it up on the page. I got distracted by my viewers. It happens. But I will show you some examples, and then we'll talk about styles. I really am a fan of styles. I know I sometimes tend to be a little opinionated about the simpler styles, but there are some people doing it really, really well, and we'll show those. Yeah. I'm just a huge fan. I grew up on Conan comics. Huge fan of the inking quills with quilt brushes and nibs and bibs and doing everything by hand. Hey man, that's how I roll. So Toey's been around. I think Toey's streaming tonight. So if you're around, I think she does it around 7. So if you're around 7 o'clock tonight, Monday nights, check out Toey, Talking Toey. I'm sure she's building something or destroying something. Anyway, it's going to be awesome. And we got Sam Berlin. Sam's going to start streaming too. Never know when. He'll let us know. John, poor John. Hang in there, Congress Publishing. Making you new inbox, making you new Instagram page. You'll get there. Who else was here today? Oh, and Wordwin. Thanks for stopping by. It was so awesome. What did I walk into? That was her. Here's the pickle lady coming out. But you know what time it is. It's about that time. Time for me to make dinner. You go find a tree. Hey, let me know, and I'll come and I'll follow you. I'll follow you. Don't kill anyone, John. Oh, we can't say that anymore. They're gonna get me for having a talking pickle. It seems so short. It went so fast. The good times never seem to last. Even though it was a blast. Now it's time to know. Everyone, it's the end of the show. End of the show, time for leaving. End of the show, it's time to go. End of the show, but don't be grieving. We'll be back tomorrow for another show. Whoop! My fingers are old. That's how it goes. Everyone makes mistakes. Tune in Tuesday for another show. There you go, John. Poor John. I know. I'm lucky. I'm sure there'll be a day. So there you go. It's kind of scary to go onto Twitch and start teaching. Yeah, only the first time. Only the first time. Well, maybe the first few times. And then, you get the hang of it. Don't worry about it. You can do it. And if it's scary, maybe you should. That's going to get me killed one day. I have to do it. I'm afraid. Anyway, you can do it, Sam. Because anything that you go through in life, you know what you got to do. You got to use your pickle power. Just like the cup says, pickle power. Don't forget to breathe. Breathing's important. But it's a horror. It's distracting. Right? Use your pickle power. Be quick to think. Be slow to react. And as always, be generous with your love. All right, everyone. We're going to see you tomorrow night. We're going to see you tomorrow at 3. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Look for the Pickle Lady and Uncle Spooky. It's going to be a hoot. Trust me. It's it's different. Different than most things you've seen. And you'll know it when you see it. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Until then, Pickle Lady out.